On the count of 3, we're all going to slowly sit down and lean on the person behind us. Here we go! Everybody on the count of 3. 1,
you gone done it.
2, 3. Sit on the person's lap. Here we go. Grab up. 1, 2, 3, go!
Eden Village is a new kind of summer camp that's also very ancient in other ways. We're learning from the earth and we're doing as much as we possibly can homemade, truly homemade. Our music is homemade. We don't have recorded music at camp, but there are guitar lessons and drum lessons for everyone who wants them. We don't buy pre-made food at camp. Our food comes from our organic farm or local organic farms. We focus on grassroots, do-it-yourself activities, learning how to make proper fires and carving spoons and how to make a shelter that will get you through the night. It's all the goodness of traditional camp, of swimming and kayaking and canoeing and campfires and singing and community building, and that is so much at the core of who we are. And it's infused with this mission of living and practicing harmonious, sustainable, organic living.
We don't just talk about fixing the world, tikkun olam, sustainable living, going green. We live it. We are it. It's what we're doing. Any place where your actions and values meet, something beautiful is bound to happen.
With the help and the funding of major Jewish institutions like the New York Federation and the Foundation for Jewish Camp and Jim Joseph and the Jewish Farm School, we've been able to create the first and only Jewish organic farm camp. The huge support has allowed us to ensure that from the very beginning we've launched at the highest standards of health and safety and program quality and youth development and training for our staff. Because this specialty speaks to topics that are really alive and current for a lot of young people, we've attracted campers and staff from the 4 corners of the world, and that's allowed us to choose just an extraordinary caliber of staff.
My name is Amanda, and you know what I got? A village that is hot. I love that kids can totally 100% be them, and not only be them and be okay, but thrive and be great. And I think that Eden Village provides that.
The counselor's role is to support each camper in feeling free to be themselves and knowing how amazing they are. Our specialist role is to inspire and equip our campers to find their true gifts and use them as Jewish leaders to transform the world.
We already said rosehip, so it's ginger.
For the first time this summer, I had an herb class with resident scholar Baruch Shapir, and I learned how to make syrups and salves and teas out of just herbs that you could find on a hike.
With everything going into water. And what does water do?
Soaks everything up.
It soaks everything up. Right. It receives the flavor. It also receives the herbal medicine part.
And that's really what's allowing us to carry out our vision on such a high level. We see our campers thoroughly understanding the full cycle of life on a farm, from planting the food to tending it and harvesting and walking it the 70 steps into the kitchen and then preparing it, and then the compost from the meal goes right back out onto the farm. And they're seeing that and they're participating in it and getting so excited about eating vegetables and greens that maybe is new for them.
Tomatoes that are in our salad are from the garden. And beets.
And what?
And our beets.
I've done lots of work on the farm, and when I eat something like
some vegetables that I've harvested, I have a more rewarding feeling than if you say just buy them.
At Eden Village Camp, really, the whole thing rotates around the farm. It brings a much closer connection to your food because you know that it comes from 90 steps away.
The work that we're doing to maintain ourselves is real. We really need our campers to be milking our goats and collecting the eggs from the chickens and harvesting the vegetables. And the secret is that all of that creates this true self-esteem in our campers and teen apprentices because it's work that's real.
Daddy, if you're watching this is Aura. I'm weeding.
And so there's a sense of accomplishment that comes, and also the sense that every single member of our community is an essential member of the community, because we all need to come together to bring ourselves forward.
I think the food at Eden Village Camp is literally the best food I've ever had in my entire life. I mean, look at this. This is like amazing. This is heaven. Lasagna made by the own campers. Like, you can't get better. Delicious and nutritious. Come to Eden Village to get the best food ever.
About that Torah. We've been learning so much from it that we even have a little song about it. Goes. The Torah tells us truths that we know, that environmentalism, social justice, and spirituality are two.
We are a nature-based Jewish community where our campers and also our staff come from a whole spectrum of backgrounds, from modern Orthodox to secular and so much in between. The reason it works so well is because our camp is rooted in the farm and in the wilderness. It's rooted in the earth, and our tradition is rooted in the earth.
We don't teach Jewish values in period A and then farm in period B. While you're at the farm, you're going to learn Jewish social justice values through farming, while farming with your hands in the ground. You're going to get dirty in it, and it's going to be fun and exciting. And you're going to be learning Jewish values while you do it.
Judaism is such a rich tradition. We have so many gorgeous ways of singing together, of praying together, of marking life events, of having this shared language. We're making challah from the wheat that we harvested from our farm, the ancient heirloom varieties of wheat that come from Israel. We're making our grape juice from our grapes that we squeeze. And we're all so excited to share a Shabbat together that we created in this profound way. What we're reclaiming at camp is this primary source of what is this land that we're on and how are we getting our food. So as we bring these elements together and as we bring back this wisdom of our tradition, where it all stems from, it creates a Judaism that feels relevant, that feels alive, that feels meaningful to kids from a whole spectrum of backgrounds.
Shabbat Shalom, Eden
Love the earth, love the sky.
Our science program and our Judaism go hand in hand. Judaism is amazing at helping us appreciate the world around us. What our science program does, and herbalism and wilderness skills, all of that helps us to understand more the world around us. And that understanding deepens the appreciation.
Look, the rainbow!
And how does it make you feel, boys?
Awesome. Our wilderness program is focused on finding awe and beauty right in our backyard. When we go camping, we're looking closely at our environment and what's around us.
Plant that here?
No, we just found it.
What's his message?
If we pay attention, we'll find really amazing things.
Yeah.
We made it to the top of the mountain.
Yeah! Welcome back to camp.
Okay, so my area was deep, so deep in the woods. Most of the trees were dead, or there was a huge one that just curved over, and there was a mini branch out of that. So I figured that looks really cool. Let me make a shelter out of that. So I did was I took really long sticks and dead trees and bark and put it on each side, and then I put my poncho on one side, my mosquito net on the other, and then I used my other poncho for sleeping because I had one of my own. And then I took twine and I weaved in and out the branches, and then I put leaves on it to cover any other exposed areas, and I slept under that.
Woohoo!
Wow.
I was terrified to do it. Just the idea of being alone, like almost alone in the woods, scared me. But I did it anyway, and it was an amazing experience. I mean, it really was. And I learned something from it. I learned that the hardest part of doing something is deciding to do it.
We infuse campers with inspiration and skills. It's not about the summer camp. It's about their lives. It's about their whole year. It's about who they're going to be in 20 years.
Oh, don't try. This is the for real. So first,
we're building community from scratch and have a rich toolbox of team building, group building, activities and strategies. The ropes course is an amazing way to build community where people come together and overcome challenges and learn how to work together.
Remember guys, this is like a microcosm of your whole life. Challenges, spider webs.
The big theme at camp is to try new things. It's encouraged to try new things. You're doing really good. And so it's a place to grow.
Keep going! Keep going! Keep going!
Go Joshua! Marlin Jr.
Many people share as their favorite part of the day at camp. Share's an extraordinarily special time right after dinner where the entire camp gets together, and it's a place where every camper is encouraged to come up and you can share anything. You could share a song, a skit, a story, a poem. The big idea at Share is no matter what you do, whether you've been playing an instrument for a day or a decade, you're going to get a huge amount of love and support from the entire camp community.
And it only matters how true you are. Be true to yourself. Follow your heart. So I won't give up. No, I won't break down. Sooner than it seems life turns round.
I've learned through the campers that the most important thing, the most magical thing is the relationships that are formed. The community that is Eden Village Camp.
That someone's watching over. Someone's watching over. Someone's watching over me.
There's nothing like Eden Village. It's just a really good place. It's like home. It's not a place where you feel different because there's no way to feel different. Everyone fits in perfectly because it's easy to make friends. And all the counselors and staff, they're all really, really nice. So it's like you never feel awkward around anyone.
I love that I know every camper on camp. It's incredibly special to have a place where you can name everybody and tell like 5 or 6 things that you love about them. And I think that doesn't happen all the time.
Our program is stellar and there's not really anything like it. Our place is magnificent, our bunks are awesome. But the thing that makes it is the relationships that form our community.